Yeah, people are destroying. Hello, welcome to the Performance Racing League Premier Tier race with me, because Sherishot and Joe haven't showed up, so it's just me right now. So this XX Superman is the 127.1 as he zag off the track. The phone's kind of decided. So Capital goes quickest, so it's a 126.5. Sorry for not saying anything, I can't like send the stream, it's a real pain in the neck, so I've got to try someone else who, if it is here, could someone else say that'd be very, very helpful. So Capital the quickest in the Williams, then Superman, Steinwein into third, it's Fruitful, then Jet only in fifth, then it's Bass, Counsel's FLR, his first race back in this season, was a full-time at AlphaTauri last season, and then Matty Flair, Doug Trio, Jesse, who is the same team as last season they reserved in, Frosty, T-Mike on a lap. Let's watch him in the final sector. We're taking a nice wide line and using the outside line, or almost going into the middle of the road. And some decent traction to go across the line for 129, sorry. And Jer has become Jer. He's gone quickest. No surprises there. Now, I think Capital's not on that. Let's get Steinwein. Again, there's a 2 points in it between Steinwein and Bass at the top of the championship. So this is going to be one to watch out for. Yeah, you have to give me 2 seconds on this one, because I'm going to sort something out, well, not very quickly, though I'd like to be. There's a yellow in Sector 1, Yeah, we missed that when we have to see who that was. Who is on that right now? Let's look at Kelsey's. Oh, no, he's going with Pitts. And then Mike Bass goes 5th fastest. He's going to want to improve on that. So, Steinwein, believe the current championship leader. I'm not picture of that ahead of his very, very close championship rival. So we're just going to have a watch on board. And through turn 4 over the crest, he's down. But let's see if he can claw that back. Using a lot of FLR. Something has happened to FLR in the final sector. I think he may have hit the barrier or something. And oh, Steinmeier has gone too. That's it looks like in at turn 3, and we have 3 retirees now. So Capelot, the Mexican, is gone to, and F Bass retires. We had quite a few crashes in a row. Let's look at IFR Fruitful, who hasn't had the strongest season yet, but I think he's going to want to prove his ability in the wet. Through turn 2, let's see the first sector split, and it's 6/10, pretty much even Stevens with their best lap. Oh, it's a bit of a movement from the rear end, not using really all of the track, but I don't know what difference that's going to make in the wet. Let's have a look. Through turn 11, it's alright through there, and he's 7/10 down. No improvement on this set. Let's look at Jer now. Currently on pole by 2/10 of a second in the pits. Let's look at Superman though. They were on pole just was it in the earlier parts of the session. Let's see if they can improve. Matty Flair, we didn't notice going into 9th. And T-Mike is, oh, he spun! The final, the rear end, I think, just got away from him. Jesse Formula 1 in the pits. Here's Boaz in the Alpha. Again, everyone going in the pits. And I think Bronco's the only one on a lap. Let's look at Bronco. We know he's not all that bad at this circuit. He's not all that bad as a driver. Very inconsistent. Let's see if we can pull out a lap that can impress. And it's a 1 minute 30.7. He needs to step up his game. Mannequin TT over Great Rain says Bradley, well, God knows, honestly. Did he want right? Oh, Frosty's at a spin on the full wet. Everyone else on the inter tie as he oh, he's lost his wing, Frosty. Very good driver, but it's just not his qualifying session. Let's look at Doug Trio, the Ferrari into turn 1. It's not too bad, and it's a bit of a slide. Maybe he could have short shifted. Now through turn 2. Doesn't exactly hit the apex. I think it's more important to hit the apex of 3, and does, using some cover, and he's backed off. Huh. That's interesting. I thought they were going to continue on their lap. Let's look at Bronco again through turn 11. It's decent, and he's 2 seconds down, so we're not going to have a look at that. Let's look at well, we can't have a look at Doug Trio. Diglett 4459. It's full wet now, apparently. Calcis has gone on to full wet, so I don't think we're going to see any improvements in this session unless the rain clears up. T-Mike has gone out on the full wet. Very surprisingly, I don't think he can improve. I don't think anyone but the top 10 will improve. No, I don't either. I wonder if T-Mike can have any improvement. Let's just have a watch to see if there's any track improvement at the minute. It's only getting worse than ever. Yeah, short shifting into fourth. Decent enough traction. The power getting down quite okay-ish. And through turn 3, it's a bit wide, hitting some wet patches. And it's just clean cut from your dog trio, obviously. Yeah, I should have figured that out. Yeah, I couldn't see the sector 1 split, and the Team Mike is a big slide. Using a lot of the curve there. I don't think there is any improvement in this one. Let's see Formula 1 also going out on the full wet tyre. And so is Jay. That's very wide. And 2 seconds out. It's not. I don't think this is the time to try and go for a lap. Bradley FR. Can they make any improvements? Is it yellow in sector 3? Nah, doesn't look like anyone. I think it was just T-Mike. Yeah, no problems there. Oh, there's an off for Alpha Tower. It's Superman who's, I think actually getting out of the way of people. And it looks actually alright. And it's 7/10 then. Yeah, it's all suggesting that this is, not the time to even trying, to improve, but they're not the race conditions. You're going to be like Bradley F are squirming around there big time. Yes, I don't know what the race conditions like. Dugtree or weather report would be very nice, or are there any other Premier drivers who are still here? Bradley Fargo. No, it doesn't go in the pit. Stays out for another lap. Oh, I don't think it's worth it. Let's take a Frosty on the intermediates. Is it worth it going for this tyre? Jay retires from the session. Yeah, overall wet race, dry start. Alright then, thank you very much. And Steinwein is saying dry to wet race. Yes, that's been confirmed twice. So after 30 minutes, then we have a more accurate representative of when the rain's going to arrive. So thank you. So was it Doug True, Steinman, and whoever else that was. Oh, there's some, look, Matty and Bass picking the softs. I presume that's just the race start, maybe, I don't understand why. But a minute and 30 to go in the session. I don't think Cal's is very happy. He says, the game put me on wet when I picked Inters. RIP. RIP. Look at this thing of Bradley. Oh, it's gone. Oh, he's cut the chicane. He cut the chicane. So, and it doesn't look like Zap's invalid to me. Fruitful's gone too, so, and Bass is on the soft tyre. What are they? He's actually gone on the soft, and so has Matty, I think. That's one way to have a bit of fun out there, Astons. Yeah, Jesper saying is it? Yeah, yeah, Jesper saying he can't. Yeah, indeed he did. Oh, yeah. Yes, they got on board and they decided to go out on dries, which good choice. I hope they don't start the. Nah, they won't. Of course they won't. I hope they don't get that upset that when they. Well, of course they. What am I thinking, man? Honestly. Team White still on the lap on the wet, the full wet. Yeah, this qualifying session is pretty much over. Team White still trying to find some time on new sets of full wet. I don't think it's worth it anymore, but we'll have to see. 5 tenths, no 6 tenths, almost 6 tenths then for T-Mike. Needs to find a lot of time in this middle sector. And then past the shoot. Oh, and the and in fact gets invalidated for that. Which is weird. And the other has of Broncos invalidated. So that is pretty much the qualifying 40. Not much to speak of. There's Bass, who actually goes past the final corner on the softs. Let's look at this. It's a Lando Norris Russia situation. Soft's pretty good, says Matty Flair. yeah, that's agree on that. They didn't look too bad in those conditions. And well, that's it for you then. Alright, so that's so qualifying is done then. So weather report for anyone who didn't see it. Grumpy says I'm hoping will rain in tier 1. I hope not. I haven't done a single lap of practice in the rain. So let's look at our grid, shall we? It's Jer on pole position, very familiar face. So Capelot on the front row. Fruitful's Dutch, didn't realise that. Steinmine, Bass, Calcis, Dog Trio, XX Superman, Matty Flair, FLR, Bradley, Jesse Formula 1, T-Mike, Boaz, Bronco, and Frosty, unfortunately, in last. So it's just waiting time then for a couple of minutes. Nothing to speak of then. And yeah, dry start then. So weather report then. I was going to say it's a dry start then after about half an hour. Someone said it will transition to wet conditions for the these Premier boys and after Steinmeier says don't ready up, someone's ready up, so that dry race please, yeah Jesper. Yeah, we want a dry race as well. Love one. Oh, it's Bradley FR who is the unfortunate culprit. There's no formation lap. 4 lights, 5 lights, and everyone's starting on mediums, hard to slides out, and away we go. It's a good start from Jen. It's a good. Fruitful moves up into second, and he's now following his teammate Jer behind, and into turn 1. And Dogtree looking for a move into 4th place. Superman in 5th place. Calcis and Steinmeier only still in 8th. Behind the usual position for him this season, and FLR and Calcis and Superman side by side, and Calcis doesn't get ahead. Bronco and Bradley FR, something's happened with Bradley FR. He spun. That's not how you want to start your race. It's Jer in front, quite usual. Matty Flair ahead of Steinmeier, dropping back. He's lost 2 positions very quickly, and he's been spun round. FLR is spun him round, and this Boac without a wing, I think, has been an incident that we missed. So 2, and Steinmeier now has got a lot of work on his hands. So let's look at it. Dogtree, the only one in the field on the softs. Or Nego's Steinmeier on Matty Flair. Very easy move. Jesse Formula 1 gets past T-Mike for 10th. And T-Mike has got wing damage. So that explains a lot. And here comes Frosty. He's had a decent start. And now up into P10 then. The Tier 1 full-time driver up against the Premier Reserve. And it's almost... And they're almost side by side going into turn 2. And Jesse, Formula 1, stays ahead. Going into turn 2 then. So let's look at Dogtree and... Oh! There's a Superman's gone. And Dogtree, I was about to say that. Went side by side to Capital and gets ahead actually. So the Ferrari and Furlan's only a virtual safety car. So Team Mike, Boaz, Bradley all pit then. And Jer, we've already a lead of about a second over Fruitful. And no one else ready to compete with him. So Capital will be dying to get past when the VSC ends. So we just wait to get back on the racing for the car to be towed off the circuit. And it's still VSC, and now we're back racing. All of a sudden it's ended, and they are still enabled anyway, so I think we'll see maybe an overtake for Capelot or not Dog Trio in a best ever position of third at the moment. Could make a bit of an impact. Good enough if those softs can last, which I doubt they can, but Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, thanks, Greg. I didn't even realise. Yeah, that's how things. It's happened to me quite a few times in commentary. We're still waiting to get underway. Across the pits then from on the medium. I think it's a wing change maybe. I think there might be some form of damage at least maybe. Yeah, no wing on Frosty's on poor Frosty's car. And I think that's the wrong tyre choice. That cannot be right. This is soft. I'm sure that was not intentional. So back underway then. Fruitful actually back or temporarily, but at the least of the DRS Jet. There's a good dog trio back past Matty Flair. Matty Flair tried to get past him. I'm not sure what happened. And Jesse Formula 1 showing some pace. Getting close to Kelsey's now. But again, he has that the drive-through to account. The drive-through that's not really helping him, so I presume he'll be in the pits soon. Here's a bit of a slide though, that will warm up his tyres. And then maybe overheat them. Yeah, nothing to report on at the moment, it's just no battles anywhere. It's all settled in a bit too nicely. So then, it's the closest battle right now, Jesse and Kelsey's. And Jesse, unfortunately, with the drive-through, getting close to Kelsey, so this is going to be a very short-lived battle. So, I mean, any hope of trying to commentate on about something exciting is pretty much over. And Jesse, Formula 1 doesn't pit. I think this is the final lap he can, if I'm correct. And 5 tenths the gap. So let's see if we get any overtake. I mean, it's not going to be. And down the inside, almost goes Jesse on the Williams and Kelsey's, but he's close on the exit, and it's still no overtake then. So the closest battle, I'll try and pretty much wiped out. Let's look at Bass though. Close-ish to Fruitful. So you just wait on now. Bass getting quite close to Fruitful. As we know, only extending that advantage at the top of the championship. It's no good for Steinmine. Absolutely not good. And I think Kelsey might be able to rein in something on FLR in the closing laps. And that's a very quick lap ending 89. In race conditions is quite strong. Very, very strong. And there goes FLR into the pits. The first one to pull the pin on the medium. And Jesse gets disqualified. He hasn't served his drive-through. So, I think for the first time in a while, or ever even, in PRL, we've had a disqualification. And pulls over to the side, and that is his race gone. Also close to Steinmine, Dugtray and Bronco. I believe Steinmine got past a few of those. Here's Bass getting close to Fruitful. The McLarens have to hold up Bass as much as he can for Steinmine's championship. is critical. But I think Bass will be passed in no time whatsoever. Oh, just into sector 3. Dugtree gets back past Steinmine. So the fresh mediums working on that Ferrari then. The championship leader not having his best of races, and Bass close to Fruitful, but not close enough. Yeah, he has to get within maybe even 3 attempts at this point to try and make a move. But the car isn't already using ERS. Is he gone into AI mode? No. It looked like for a second he'd gone into AI, which unnerved me a bit. Now Bronco, even Bronco's getting close to Steinmine at the moment. Bronco could get past the second place in the championship. Let's watch this. And there's a switchback for the Canadian Bronco, almost about to get Frosty. Poor Frosty retires and he passed Steinmine. Going into turn 2, good move then. And it's a full course safety car. I think Frosty, unfortunately, had a crash. Something has happened in FLR on the fresh hards. I don't think we'll enjoy that one. And it's the perfect opportunity for the medium runners to make their pit stops. And so we just wait now for Jer to yeah, so Bass and Fruitful, I think, has made the other mistake also going on to the soft. I think he wants the hards. Bass goes on for a knee set mediums. Kals is in the pit lane for Williams, so on the medium he goes. And Capello on the softs too. A lot of people, I believe, doing 2 sets of soft sets to the end. Very interesting. Is it even possible to do another set, just 2 sets of soft from about 20 laps? Yeah, I think it is possible. What BS says Jesse Formula 1. I was just going under BSC and got the drive through. So let's see, Bass has gone interesting on the mediums, and Jer has made, I think, the unfortunate mistake of staying out. So a loss of position there for Jer, and stays out again. What? I don't know what Jer is thinking at the moment, but it's the wrong strategy decision by 1.5 miles. Lol, no, what? Oh, 6 lap old mediums for Dugtree there, for you. And Bass actually under AI under safety car. I don't know what you're referring to, but I don't know how I've messed up then. Tampa, it's going to rain. Oh yeah, that's why they've all gone on the soft. That's something I've forgotten. Thank you, Tampa. And Steinmine still on those mediums, so I think they're going to try and extend all the way to the rain. I don't think everyone was going to pit behind them, so it's not the absolute perfect decision. And T-Mike on the hard, so not, I think, the best choice ever made. And Jay now. Jay's got to be very well extra Jay and try and pull out a gap against fresh softs and mediums all the way to the inters. And safety car in this lap then. So Jay is going to want to restart this as late as possible. No slipstream. He cannot give any slipstream to any of these, to his teammate Bass or anyone else behind him at this stage. And Steinmeier and Bronco both also on the, so a lot of weaving then on the McLaren. So let's see if Jay can if Jay can somehow keep them all behind with the onset of rain. So he's got a massive disadvantage, and I think just seen rain. So Jay is still waiting to go, still waiting. He's waiting, and he's gone now. He's gone very, very late. As we see, I think rain falling down, and he's left them for dead. We haven't had any Mugello-esque incidents as Bronco actually gets past Drugtree. It's a Capelot into fourth, and Drugtree now going side by side with Bronco and Bronco. Drugtree gets ahead of Bronco, and Counts is nearly side by side. And the rain, I think, it started falling down, so Jer is not looking very good at all. 15 lap old mediums versus, and Jer is actually doing all right now to keep these to keep Fruitful and Best behind him, but it's not perfect. So we're going to switch. I think transition to inters quite soon. So I think Jer's going to be quite unhappy that. Now he's got a chasing teammate. Let's see, he goes fastest lap, 19.1, 19.2. So very quick race pace from all of them. But Steinmann's slowest at the moment then. And actually, Jer has pulled at 1.2 seconds on Bass with the fresh medium, so pretty impressive then. As we're now going to see Fruitful get past Jer, then Jer is going to try and fight this back. The two McLarens now almost wheel to wheel. No, it's not wheel to going into turn 3, and now Jer is on a mega threat right now. As we're going to start to transition to the inter tyre. Oh, a Capelot is a big slide. As Bass close behind him. So Jer actually managing his race very, very decently. And DRS enabled. Jer definitely struggling out there. Capelot starting to gain on him. Yeah, so almost at Capelot Rig, very close to Jen, almost gets the move done into the chicane. Yeah, now so Capelot getting very close to Jen, still doesn't get past. So So close then to getting that move done. And now Fruitful putting up a 3-second lead over his teammate Jet, and Steinmeier, I haven't been watching, gets past Bronco, and now Matty Player goes into the pit lane to get past Bronco. Yeah, Matty Player doesn't get ahead. Bronco, 17 lap on mediums, is staying in front. This is impressive right here. And Kaus is in 5th place. Bass has gone off. Something has happened to Bass, the championship leader. Has had a massive spin, and Kaus just slides into 4th then. Good move then. And Bass is out the pressure from FLR, and FLR gets in front. It's been a disaster for start of the lap then for Bass. Only one position between him and this title rival. That's critical. As Boaz gets past Bronco. Oh, no, T-Mike goes quite wide. He's T-Mike on the fresh hard. I suppose not expecting this. The rain still isn't coming down enough for the insert to be really working. I mean, the dries can go well, go fair, quite a little bit into the wet without Oh, and there's go Dog Trio, Bass, 3 people now on the mediums then. No, Inters. My mistake. So Dog Trio, Bass have all gone on the Inter. So let's see if this could work for the 3 then. And Matty Player goes in the pits then. So watch Fruitful then. Let's see if so look at the so I'm gonna look at the gap to leaders. See if Dog Trio is gaining anything on Fruitful at the moment. No, not right now. So well, it's a bit of a slide then. Matty did what I didn't, China and double stack, says Jesper, yeah. And Capelot goes in. Everyone now pitting for the mediums. Let's look at the gap now to Dog Trio. So they've all decided this is the time. Let's look at Dog Trio now on the Inter. And Fruitful then onto the Inter. Capelot on the Inter. FLR2 from the soft tyre. Or Bronco, they're 20 lap old mediums to the Inters. Oh, it's a double stack for Haas. It's not going to work. And Matty Player has made the wrong decision. I think a fresh soft. So he's in 2 for the Inter. Matty didn't change to did he not? So then Fruitful then in the lead by a few seconds. I don't know, what's it? Jester said I was just checking Discord. So then, no real battles on the track to speak of. And Kaus is quite close to FLR now, so Kaus could get a very, very nice fourth. And everyone now on the Inter. And the race has settled down a bit with a good few laps to go. So, yeah, also Dugtree, I just noticed quite close to Kaus's too. And, Jer gets past the capital. Jer now on the charge. Who was the race leader but made a strategy mistake on the safety car. And the leaderboard's glitched, so it's not showing the gaps anymore. So when the gaps are actually coming back to us. So we're just waiting for them all to just kind of return. And FLR is having quite a slide now. So I'm not really looking at the race all that much, but Kaus is getting quite close now to FLR, and Dugtree of course in there as well. We might see an overtake. Yeah, and it's a good exit for Kaus. Some very nice traction. Could we see a move here shape up? Let's see then. So it's Kaus and FLR. FLR has no ERS. Kaus is quite a lot and no dive bomb. So hopefully we can see a move maybe into turn 2. I don't think it's on. 11 laps to go. So Kaus is still following an old Boaz, quite close to Bronco. So Boaz getting quite close to Bronco, but we haven't seen much of the and I think FLR's made a mistake because Kaus and Dugtree both got past them. Past yeah, past him, yeah. And Boaz might be able to get a move here on Bronco. And I think he's way too far behind to really even consider the move. Can still overtake then, so no real battles going on, not much to speak of. Yeah, and Boaz getting quite close to Bronco, but still not there. There isn't any DRS that's very it's quite tricky to overtake. And still no overtake, but Dugtree getting was quite close to Cowses. Yeah, so just waiting for something to happen. It's gotten unfortunately quite boring in these in this last stage. It's in this last stage of the race. Yeah, still we wait for Dugtree to get past Cowses. And Boaz quite close to... Yeah, and actually, he's getting quite close to the Dugtree, getting quite close to Cowses, going into turn 4, and now Boaz gets close to Bronco, and he breaks lace to Bronco. Couldn't get a better exit here. Boaz has got pretty good pace in these conditions as it looks compared to Bronco, but won't be close enough. So still nothing really to report. But FLR is close to Doug Trio. Him, but FLR still getting quite close. NFLR now getting quite close to Doug Trio. And still isn't close enough. We've had no real overtakes in these in this final stage of the race. No real battles. I mean, cars getting within DRS range, but not within kind of overtaking range, especially in these conditions. And Boaz now getting quite close to Bronco still, but just can't get the overtake done. It's so close yet so far. It's unbelievable, really. Oh, FLR gets a penalty, 3 seconds. So normally people have had time penalties in this race. So, and FLR goes wide, very wide. Now Bass gets through on FLR. So for once in about a century, we've had an overtake. So that's nice. FLR, who was, well, still is running quite decently in this race, and yeah, and Dugtrio getting still quite close to Calcis. Boaz still just cannot get past Bronco no matter what he does. Almost impossible at this stage, really. And we still wait on for an actual overtake or something to happen. I mean, we got next to nothing. There's this kind of vague kind of Boaz Bronco battle going on, but it's not really exactly, side by side, yada yada yada. So that's wait quite a bit for some more overtakes to happen, but. Again, Dugtrio getting quite close to Calcis going into turn 4. But the move just isn't there for Dugtrio. Just isn't there. And actually, Fruitful is actually in the lead from Jer. I thought Jer would be gaining on Fruitful, but that hasn't happened. And Capelot just in a very nice third. Bass, of course, been struggling 6th. FLR. Steinwein, Team White and Bronco. And of course Boaz too. Not much to report on anymore. It's getting I said it's report to be getting very boring. But luckily we have 2 laps to go in this race. So Boaz still, I think, trying to get past Bronco. And yeah, actually, speaking of, started gaining on Fruitful. Yeah, the gap was about 6 seconds, now gone down to 5, now back up to about 5.2 seconds for Jer. And I believe Matty there is almost about to get lapped by the Ember leaders. So that's no good for him. But decent pace on offer from the Fruitful. And now on to lap 34, the penultimate lap, and Bass is getting quite close to Dog Trio. We might see a move coming up, but we're going to have to see. Yeah, and there's a free car battle. No move so far. It's the final lap. We could see a bit of a risky move, and Dog Trio. Something's happened to Dog Trio. He's just kind of let Bass through. That is very interesting. And here goes FLR getting quite close to the Ferrari and the Dog Trio. A lot of people have been conserving their us, and Jer, he has started gaining massively on IFR Fruitful, but it will be enough for Fruitful to win, I think. And Counts is right now in a very, very nice force, so I think he's going to want to keep that. And as a Williams stops. No, it's an Alpine, it's FLR, he's had a spin. And his wing's gone too, so Steinwein goes in 7th, and now Team White, Bronco, etc. will be making up positions now. And that pretty much secures Counts' pretty much secures him for a 4th place in this race. And unlucky for FLR, he is the pit, and on to the as of course doesn't really have, of course, back on the Inter, changes his wing, and that's what could be a good race. Unfortunately, that's well over. And I thought Fruitful. And I thought Fruitful, he's had a nice, clean, clear-cut race. Also, cool, because of Jerry's issues, he managed to get in front, has stayed in front. So Fruitful, I believe this is first one in PRL to win in Hungary. And there goes Jerry to McLaren. It's another McLaren 1-2. And Bass has gone quite close to Counts'. Now this is an unexpected battle for 4th place here. And Doug Trey not too far behind that. So Capalot there finishes in 3rd. And so that's a 4 by. And Calces then does get into 4th place. And Bass then only in 5th after showing some great pace earlier, just hadn't been able to get back to the front. So Capelot, of course, gets I don't know if that's his first podium, second, I'm not sure, but there's a podium for Capelot. Calces, of course, in 4th place, very, very good finish for him. Then Bass, Dog Trio, Steinmein, who hasn't had the best of races, I believe. There might be some floor damage, we'll have to see. Then T-Mike, Bronco, Boaz, FLR, and Matty Flair still yet to finish. Matty Flair then only in 12th place. And well, that's the end of was overall an okay-ish race for and that's the end of what was quite an okay-ish Premier race. And of course there goes IFR Fruitful on podium. So of course McLaren, obviously well done to them. So great performance from those two. Yeah, and that is your Premier race. So the winner, IFR Fruitful, then Jer, so Capelot, Calces, Bass, Doug Trio, Steinmein, T-Mike, Bronco, Boaz, FLR, Matty Flair, Frosty, unfortunately DNF, Jesse Formula 1, Bradley FR, Superman, all DNF. So unfortunate for them, but that is your Premier tier finishing order. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you later then. Bye bye.